Okay, let's compare notes here. So the note that I wrote down from the video is never give someone your passwords to anything. That is you just can't. And the older you get, you're gonna realize that more and more, for so many different reasons for safety. But that's why I put that one there, because just the biggest thing. Never give someone your passwords to anything. I'm gonna change that though. Except your parents. I'm going to rewind that back, because I'm actually going to add this down here. I'm giving you a sneak peek, because this is from the article. You're going to see the only people to share passwords with are your parents. Your parents should be the only people you should be sharing passwords with, and they should have it just to help. Especially as you get older, you're going to have more and more passwords for things. So if you share them with your parents, they can help you remember those different passwords. But you can pause here, go back and rewatch the video if you need to. But in that top video section, video notes, you need at least 2, and you can use mine for help. So you can pause there. Okay, back to Schoology again. So we just did step 4, open this movie, watch and take notes. Now we're going to do step 5. Read this article and take notes. Online safety article. Before I start reading this, I am going to just go through those questions again. What is online safety? Why should you be safe online? How can you be safe online? And so I already had one. The only people to share passwords with are your parents, because I've read this article a few times already. But keep those questions in the back of your mind. Online safety. There's often a fine line between what's appropriate online and what's not. 1 minute, you could be talking about your favorite TV show or your favorite sports team with a group of friends, and the next moment, someone might say or do something that makes you really uncomfortable. Here's a list of things to watch out for. If an adult you don't know contacts you, completely inappropriate. Now, for anything like with school, there really is no way for anybody to contact you, but maybe your own personal tablet, computer at home. There's ways that adults, kind of dangerous strangers might try to contact you. It's like the same thing if you're out in the real world. If someone you don't know tries to talk to you, approach you, it's best to stay away from those people, especially adults. I always like to call them tricky adults, because usually adults are not coming up to kids to talk to them. Same thing online. Adults shouldn't be talking to kids. They're doing something that's tricky. That's why I kind of like to, instead of even just calling them strangers, I like to call them tricky adults. If someone online asks you for your real name, address, phone number, or your name of your school, again, pretty much everything online, like we use a lot of safe things, so people really can't connect with any of you or talk to you, but never online give your real name, address, phone number, or the name of your school in like emails, text messages for things. That stuff just don't do. If you are ever curious about it, always ask an adult first. Ask an adult in your family. If someone online asks to meet you in person, never. If someone online sends you a picture or story that makes you feel uncomfortable or confused, so that's the same thing if they send you something, or if you see something that you know is inappropriate, like when you're on the internet, especially if you see something that's really like violent. We've talked about what's appropriate, not appropriate at school. The internet, it's a great place for information. When I was your age, way back in the prehistoric age, that's how old I am. Not really, but everything I did was books. I'd go to the library. Even through college, computers were there. I did most of my research, though, everything I needed, using books. I started, as I got, probably my junior, senior year, going online more, but still, most of the best stuff was in the like our library and our books. now I use everything on my iPad, my computer, my phone. That's where I go for everything. But so when you're going on the internet, there can be a lot of very inappropriate things. If you ever see anything inappropriate, report it to a parent. Report it to an older family member, a grandpa, a grandma, somebody that a trusted adult that you know. Report it to them. If someone asks you to send them a photo of yourself, yep, never, 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 never. With our school apps, Seesaw, Schoology, you never have to worry. A lot of these things are with your own personal things at home, personal tablets, phones, or computers. If someone urges you to harass someone else you know, and harass, really that is bully behavior. If someone says, ooh, let's make fun of this person, let's say something mean or try to do this joke. You may think it's funny, you may think it's a joke, chances are they don't. Like an unpopular kid in our class, well, in our class, everyone is friends. And it doesn't, you could do that to your, in that last line, I mean, yeah, it can be for any, I would say it could be for anybody. You could do it to your best friend. And I know that's happened with some of you maybe sometimes in the past where you might try to do a joke with your best friend, but they might not think it's funny. That's harassment, and that can be bully behavior if you do it over and over and over again. If you do it once and they tell you to stop, yep, they told you to stop. But if you continue to do it over and over and over again, inappropriate. These are all warning signs for inappropriate conduct. And if any of them happen to you, leave the conversation or exit the gaming platform, meaning like anything on an Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, a 3DS, something on your some kind of game on your computer, anything, a messaging app. Tell your parents, teachers, a trusted adult, grandpa, grandma, about it, and immediately, even if the person who sends you appropriate material appears to be someone your own age, anytime you think, oh, this does not seem right, talk to a trusted adult, some family member, just for help. So I know that's that's just a lot of me teaching you some things, especially as we're doing this distance learning, how to be safe. So I'm going to go to my note taker here. So what is online safety? Well, from all that information to me, online safety, using the internet in a safe way and kind way. Never share personal information. Okay? Why should you be safe online? Like one of them is so people can't go into your accounts. So like your Epic account, Kids A to Z, iExcel, your Schoology, your Seesaw. I mean, you want to be safe so people can't go into those things. And one of those things is, how can you be safe online? The only people to share passwords with are your parents. So you can go back, rewatch this video, rewatch that one video at the beginning, reread that article. Need at least 2 key details for each of these. If this is such a good one for just safety, especially for distance learning. Have fun, everybody, and be safe. Make sure to submit this. Once you have 2 key details for each section, submit to Schoology. Bye.